Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for our Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. Without further ado, I would like to introduce your Illinois State Comptroller, Susana Mendoza.
Good morning, buenos días, ¿cómo estamos? I'm so excited to be here. It's really wonderful to have you all here today. Thank you for joining us on what is a day that we get to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. You've all done so much to serve your communities and to make a difference in your professions and passions, so it's truly an honor to get to celebrate your achievements and accomplishments today. Now, it's our stories that inspire others who look like us, who may be new to our state or country. Our successes stand as a testament to what can be achieved by Latinos. I'd say the way we look and the way we sound are attributes to be celebrated, not targeted. I am the proud American, proud daughter of Mexican immigrants. I'm the first independently elected Hispanic to hold statewide office in Illinois. I was also the first woman and first Latina to be elected as Chicago's city clerk. I think about my dad, who never got to see me get into politics, but I think would be very proud of the work that his daughter is doing, trying to represent a community that deserves respect, and lately these days has certainly not been getting that respect. I want others to know, certainly those in our community, that they can and should dream big, especially in the current climate that we are facing. Now, I'm pleased to see that the Hispanic spirit is alive and well in Illinois, celebrating our culture and making our mark everywhere we go, whether it be in the classroom or in the boardroom or with a baseball mitt or a mighty pen. I have seen firsthand the amazing contributions that Hispanic people have made to this country, and for sure there are many, many more remarkable things yet to come. And while we're relegated to just 1 month of official celebration, it is a great reminder to take a moment and appreciate our heritage, our contributions, and our power. Because Latinos, Hispanics, we are the largest minority group in the country. Today, I have the honor and privilege of recognizing a distinguished group of individuals that embody the spirit of Hispanic Heritage Month. They are business leaders, sports legends, and powerful advocates, inspiring others and helping where they can. Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about each of our honorees. Then I'm going to have them come up to the podium, say a few words, and then we'll take a photo, and then we'll repeat, okay? So those are the instructions for all of you. Our first honoree, I'm going to get to it, is Dr. Suleyma Pérez. Dr. Pérez is a lucky gal, retiring just this year after a distinguished 30-year career in higher education. Upon her retirement, she was given the title Emerita Senior Executive Director at Northeastern Illinois University. At NEIU, I saw how Suleyma was instrumental in cultivating strategic partnerships with government entities, with community leaders, at institutions, advancing both the university's mission and broader community interests. Her professional expertise encompasses higher education administration, government and legislative affairs, as well as the oversight of foundation, state, and federally funded initiatives. Internationally, Dr. Pérez co-designed and led educational visits to Argentina, Chile, Cuba, Mexico, and España, to Spain, to study comparative educational systems, and she participated in field experiences in South Africa and New Zealand focused on bicultural and community psychology perspectives. Dr. Pérez holds a bachelor's degree in social work and a master's in educational leadership from NEIU. She also earned a PhD in international psychology from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology and has completed the Harvard Graduate School of Education's Institute for Management and Leadership Education. Dr. Pérez has also served on numerous boards and advisory groups. She's a member of the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities Government Relations Committee. She's a former council member of the Mercy Home for Boys and Girls Leaders Council. She's the past chair of Chicago Access Network Television. And my favorite, she's a member of our advisory collective. Her personal interests include the performing arts and international travel, and she recently completed the Paris Marathon. You go, girl. Yeah, she's a rock star. Please come on up, Dr. Perez, and we'd love to have you share a few words of wisdom.
Well, thank you so much. Good morning, buenos dias. I want to first thank my husband, my family and friends that are here with me today. And I want to thank our Comptroller Susana Mendoza. Receiving this award is special, but it's even more special because it's coming from a leader that has made her mark in our state. I mean, to be elected and to serve as the first Latina for a statewide office is not a small accomplishment. So this award means a lot more to me because of that reason. So I want to thank you for everything that you do. I want to thank your amazing staff, especially Kevin. And I want to congratulate the other awardees. And go White Sox.
Yeah, I know. Good girl. Thank you. Right here, by the flags? Oh, this way? Okay. Thanks. Sure. Okay, our next honoree is Jaime Torres Carmona. Jaime heads Canopy, an award-winning architecture, planning, and interiors firm based in Chicago. He's been recognized for his approach and sensitivity towards culture, social impact, and the environment, exploring the role of design as a vehicle for positive change. Through projects ranging in scale from community and health centers to housing, schools, and mixed-use buildings, Jaime is drawn towards the urban and civic realm and its impact on the human experience. He prides himself on being the product of two cities, Mexico City and Chicago, and is inspired by the people and the places that shape those communities. Over his 25-year career, Jaime's work has produced some of Chicago's most recognized architecture in our neighborhoods, such as the Enlace Community Center in Little Village, Oso Apartments in Albany Park, Jigsy Beak, Chicago's first indigenous housing and cultural center in Horner Park, the Latinos Progresando Community Center in Marshall Square, the Encuentro Square Housing and Healing Campus in Humboldt Park, and many other socially environmentally driven projects throughout the region. Jaime is a graduate of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where he received his bachelor's and a master's degree in architecture. His work has been presented in a number of venues and prestigious award programs such as the National American Institute of Architects Gold Medal, and he has lectured at the University of Illinois, the Chicago Architecture Center, the Chicago Cultural Center, Stanford University, and more. His firm has received numerous design awards from Chicago's Neighborhood Development Awards Program, the American Institute of Architects, the International Masonry Council, Architizer, and multiple others. Please come up, Jaime, for a photo and say a few words. But before you do that, let me just say to everyone here that you're like Dorian Gray. You do not age a second. But I have seen and known Jaime for probably close to the entire time that I talked about your resume, 25 years maybe. And I've seen him develop as an architect, as a real leader in our community, and I truly couldn't be prouder to be able to highlight some of your successes today and the kind of example and role model that you are for our community. Thank you. Come on up, Jaime.
All right. I don't know if I need this stool here,
You
but
don't. Keep it out of the way.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks.
I need this stool.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. This is one of the greatest honors, I think, as both a resident of the state of Illinois and touching on some of the points already made. Yeah, Susana Mendoza and her team are really doing phenomenal things in Illinois. Speaking of organizations and really people that are underrepresented and folks that really just could reach better light in the work that they do. leadership here with the Comptroller has really moved mountains from day one. And similarly, I think to echo the spirit of truly trying to change the quality of life through individuals in architecture and in design, this is one of the greatest honors that I think we've received as a firm. And hearing some of those accolades, yes, like recognition through awards and all that, that has great meaning. But really for us, we don't rest until we know that folks are either in a better place or in a better situation, and that we have the privilege to do that through architecture is truly a privilege. I also want to give a big shout out and a big I love you and a big thank you to my wife Sarah, who's here joining, and friends here, Luisa, who's also part of the administration here with Susana Mendoza. Without friends and family that have been entirely unyielding supporters of our mission. As I started architecture in the 90s, and even as a kid growing up in Chicago and in Mexico City, I always thought, why is it that opportunities that are there for folks aren't really coming to the table in what we do? And really, for us, continuing that struggle to really infuse the spirit of liberty, spirit of joy and peace in all we do, we think that the work that we do has ability to resonate through those things. So again, this is a really great honor, and I also want to give a big shout out to mi papá que está en el cielo, my dad that's up in heaven. I know he's cheering me on, so thank you all.
Do you want me to get that thing out of the way? Okay.
Come closer up. So the cameras can see. There you go.
Hold that in front of you. Just tilt it down a little bit.
Make sure you get what they want.
Good? Okay. Thank you. Do you want me to do Esther? Okay, great. Okay, our next honoree needs no introduction because he, in fact, is a Chicago icon and a legend, a living one. Ozzie Guillén, as we all know, is a manager and retired player of the World Series champions, the Chicago White Sox. Woo! Let's hear it for the White Sox. And to be clear, everyone's a Sox fan today, okay? Yes. Okay. Ozzie Guillén was born in Venezuela and played Major League Baseball for 16 seasons as a quick-handed shortstop, mostly for our own Chicago White Sox. In 1985, he earned both the American League Rookie of the Year and the Sporting News Rookie of the Year awards. After his playing career, Ozzie made history as the first Latino manager in Major League Baseball, leading the White Sox from 2004 to 2011. Under his leadership, the Sox reached the playoffs twice in 2005. Ozzie led them to the first World Series championships since 1917 with a sweep of the Houston Astros. I was there. It was completely awesome. Yes. That same year, he was named American League Manager of the Year. Most recently, Ozzie managed the Tiburones de La Guaira in the Venezuelan Professional Baseball League, guiding the club to its first league title in 38 years and its first Caribbean Series championship. With that victory, Ozzie became just the second manager in history, alongside Tommy Lasorda, to win both the World Series and a Caribbean Series. You may have also heard him on the local airwaves. Since 2019, Ozzie has worked as a baseball analyst for the Chicago Sports Network, providing pregame and postgame coverage of the White Sox. He also contributes as an analyst on 670 The Score's Mully and Haw show. Beyond the game, he and his wife, Ibis Cardenas, founded the Ozzie Guillén Foundation in 1998. It originally focused on supporting children and families impacted by cancer in Venezuela, but has since expanded to foster care, education, and youth empowerment in both Venezuela and Chicago. Family is central to Ozzie's life. He and Ibis raised 3 sons, Ozzie Jr., One, and Osne. They also have 4 beautiful grandchildren. Today, he proudly embraces his role, not only as a leader and mentor, but most importantly, as a padre de familia and abuelito. Through his work on the field, in the broadcast booth, and within the community, Ozzie continues to exemplify passion, leadership, and commitment to the next generation. Come on up here, please, Ozzie, and give us some words of wisdom and, frankly, a few baseball tips because the Sox really need them this year. Yes.
I got something here.
You don't need
yeah, I know.
anything there.
Just let me
move
see.
this out of the way.
I work on TV every day. I got a mic in front of me every night. I never get nervous on TV. I do get here.
Entre familia.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you, Mr. Mendoza, to this honor and Illinois Office of the Comptroller for this incredible honor. To me, it's an honor. Tell you why. We had to Chicago 1985. We lived across the street from here for a long time. We was 20 years, and my wife was 19 years. That's a little while ago. When we came to this country, we thought, or we are thinking about, never thought we were going to live here for so long, especially in Chicago. Since that day, all the way to here, to this year, we are a Chicago member. That's the reason I said I'm very proud and very pleased with this honor, just because to be a Venezuelan, a Latino, and love-like member of this city, it shaped me as a man, it shaped me as a professional, but very, very most important, be part of the community. This recognition is about more than me. It's about showing young Latinos that their voice and their culture, they have contribute no matter what. We have to protect our culture. And since we got here, so many years, my kids grew up in Chicago, they born down here, my grandkids are Chicago members. And when we come here for the first time, me and my wife, thanks to her, we raised, she raised a great family. I know how time to raise kids because I was working at the time, but thanks to her, we raised 3 great kids, 4 grandkids so far. And it's an honor to represent all Latin American people. When they say first Latino to win the World Series, I mean, I represent a lot of kids, a lot of people, a lot of fellows from Venezuelans. We're not all that bad. But we got to this country, we come to the United States of America. Now it's the divided state of America with no reason.
That's right.
With no reason. Because other immigrants come to this country, believe me, the only thing they do is work. And I have a great experience yesterday. My nannies, they're raising my little girls, my little guy, my little girl, couldn't go to work yesterday because she was scared to somebody attack her. A lady and a family work here every single day to survive, to make them better. We all come here to this country to be better. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you do. Not everyone is the people think we are. We're not. We got a lot of people with a lot of class, a lot of people with a lot of scholar, a lot of people who want to do the best for this country also. This country be great for the immigrants, but also we be very, very good for this country. And I guarantee you that. I got to say something. I got to say something about my friend, my dear friend, one of the guys I admire the most. I got to say in Spanish, and hopefully my English will get better. Aplaudo el sobreviviente que resistió a lo peor y con trabajo y amor se adaptó a un nuevo ambiente. Nadie migra de su patria porque quiere. Nadie se va de su país porque le da la gana. El que sale lo hace por necesidad y sabiendo que aquí o en ningún lado las cosas van a ser mejores. Esto lo escribió Rubén Blades. Compren el disco y no lo compren, si quieren bájenlo y busquen la canción Inmigrante para que usted vea lo que somos nosotros aquí en este país. Let me see, I can read it in English. Let me see. Okay. I applaud the survivors who resist the worst and with more encourage adapt to this new environment. No one immigrant from their whole land, they want to leave them. But when they leave, it's just because it's necessary for whatever reason is. Politics, scare, better life, and better stuff for his family. Everybody come to this country, guys. I guarantee 90% of the people come to this country is to make this country. And we had to feel proud. We had to feel proud to be Latino. And we got to stick together more than ever. More than ever. And I say Latino proud, we have to protect our culture. And we have to love our culture and to show how good we are. We're not that bad like the people think we are. Thank you so much. Thank you for recognition. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, you heard it from our World Series champion coach that I can't thank him enough for his words, because I think that they are absolutely critical to be said out loud, that people understand that this is a country of immigrants, built by immigrants as well. Every day continues to be built by immigrants and made better by the hard work and the sweat and tears of those folks. To his point, no one chooses to leave their country because they don't like it. There are very, very critical reasons why people leave behind their family, their culture, their language, to go to a land that they don't speak the language, they might not have family or any kind of ties, but they do it out of necessity and also to want to be contributors. I think that what's happening today is so sad on so many ways, and he made a point of saying that, this is the United States of America, but it really feels like it's the divided states of America right now. Maybe we're just the states. I don't know, because it certainly doesn't feel like we're very united at this moment. So all of us have an opportunity to not just be here, but actually help others who feel like they're being told they don't belong here. We're all in this together. I made a quick post today saying if we want to help these immigrant communities who feel afraid to leave their homes, go get breakfast, lunch, dinner, go shopping in those immigrant corridors. Those corridors are suffering from an economic perspective. And how does that help our state? How does that help our country? To have businesses close, to have people afraid to be patrons in a restaurant, to topple those economies, that doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help them, and guess what? It doesn't help us. It doesn't help the rest of the country, our states, or our cities. So there's a lot that we can do to help to resist in a peaceful way, but nonetheless, show that this is not okay what's happening right now in our country. We've got, an ICE militia, essentially, patrolling the most dangerous parts of our city, which are the Riverwalk and Millennium Park. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. They picked up the woman from the tamales on 47th and Western. I didn't know that was like a national security crisis, her tamales, right? So I know, Patty, you laugh, but it's if it weren't so scary and horrible, it would be laughable. But, no one's worried about walking along the Riverwalk. No one's worried about Millennium Park. People just wanted to go eat a great tamale that she's been selling for years. And now they have stripped a mother away from her children who are U.S. citizens, one of whom has special needs. So these are real people. If we want to help them, let's go buy tamales at 47th and Western tomorrow.
Yes.
Let's go help that family be able to feel that they have people that have compassion and empathy for them. And legitimately, the community is rallying on 47th and Western to sell the tamales so that they can help afford a lawyer for the mom and help provide services to those children who are, again, U.S. citizens who have been torn away from their mother. How is that making America safer? It's not. So look, I've been the first to say, and I'll say it again, that I think if you are a migrant who comes here and commits crimes against others and hurts people, that you don't belong here. They should deport you. But we should be standing up and fighting for all the other immigrants who come here and day after day contribute, work hard, ask nothing of the government, and frankly contribute much more than they ever get back. All of us at some point came from that. All of us, unless if you're a Native American, Indian, all of us and our ancestors came from other countries seeking a better life. And as a proud American and the proud daughter of Mexican immigrants, I'll be the first to say that I would never, ever critique someone from any country in the world from wanting to come to what they have heard is the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, the place where you can have opportunity if you work hard and you just do what you're supposed to do. As Ozzie said, come here and work hard, and maybe you'll have a shot at that American dream. Why would anybody hate somebody for wanting that? When you're starving in your home country and you have children to feed, you're going to do whatever it takes to be able to feed them. And if our country can provide that opportunity, why would we ever hate someone for wanting to do right by their families? So I think we just need to continue to have these conversations amongst ourselves, but also speak up about this because it's not okay. Chicago is the greatest city, I think, in America. We need to make sure that we do not take the bait of this administration. They want to see us fight against these, members of, I don't know, are they ICE agents? Are they military? Who knows? They look really scary. But let's not take the bait. Let's not take the bait. Let's help our neighbors. Let's help each other, and let's stand up for each other, okay? That's my message to you this morning. It's the best way that we can celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month is honoring these amazing people, but also honoring all of those immigrants who are working hard every day to make our city and our state a better place. Now let me move on to another amazing immigrant. He's not here today, but his children, David is going to come up to accept the award. I know his other son, Eric, is here. But this is a man who is I love him. I think the world of him. He is such an amazing advocate for all Mexicans in Chicago and in Illinois, and frankly across the country. His name is Sergio Suárez. And he's a Mexican-American entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a cultural leader based in Illinois. Originally from Juanacatlan, that's a mouthful, Jalisco. Juanacatlan, say it 5 times, everybody. He migrated to Chicago, so he's an immigrant, over 40 years ago, and has since founded and consolidated more than a dozen successful businesses across the United States and Mexico. His ventures span sectors as technology, hospitality, agriculture, and entertainment, generating jobs, a whole bunch of them, opportunities, and binational commercial connections. He's the founder and president of NAIMA, the North American Institute for Mexican Advancement, a nonprofit organization dedicated to strengthening cultural pride, social integration, and economic development among Mexican communities in the United States. Under his leadership, Mexico en el Corazón was born. Really, it said México en el Corazón right here. The most impactful free Mexican cultural tour in the United States, with over 70 cities visited and hundreds of thousands of people reached. He also leads initiatives like the Center for Integration and Development, which hosts programs that help Mexican and Mexican-American children and youth stay connected to their cultural roots. He supports projects such as the Mexican Academy of Identity and Culture and business forums that connect leaders, entrepreneurs, and strategic allies. Sergio has led the Necahual Foundation for over 20 years. The foundation provides educational, emotional, and social support to children in orphanages and families at risk. It also operates a community center in the very home where Sergio grew up in Juanacatlan, Jalisco. Every year, Sergio travels with his family and leadership team to spend time with the children the foundation supports, reaffirming his life's purpose to serve with dignity, build unity, and promote the well-being of Mexican communities on both sides of the border, allá y acá. Sergio unfortunately couldn't be with us today. As I mentioned, he's out of the country doing great things, which is the only thing he does. So his son David is here to accept the award on his behalf. David, if you could please come up and say a few words on behalf of your amazing father.
Thank you, Sam.
Sure. Here, yeah.
Appreciate the nice words. Good morning. I'm proud to accept this award on behalf of my father, Sergio Suárez. Like Susana mentioned, he moved here in 1978 from Juanacatlan, Jalisco, not speaking a word of English. And his dream was simple, to find opportunities that he could not find back home. And he made it happen. He's opened, I think, over 20 businesses here and in Mexico. And through them, he's employed thousands of people. For 26 years, his restaurants have been serving tacos and bringing joy to families all over the Chicagoland area. Through music and culture with Sabor de México and México en el Corazón, he's touched thousands in person and millions online with music, folklorico, and dancing. And with my mother, he runs the Necahual Foundation, which is where they're at right now in Mexico, that helps an orphanage in Guadalajara near the home where my dad was born and raised. And that's the American dream. My dad always said that this country is the land of opportunity, and anyone that knows him knows that he can make that happen. And my mom likes to remind him that although there are a lot of opportunity, he does not need to take all of the opportunity that comes his way. But that's who my dad is. His life has been about service, hard work, lifting others up. Growing up in that taught us what family, perseverance, and giving back really means. So on behalf of my family, thank you, Comptroller Mendoza, for this recognition, and congratulations to all the other honorees. Thank you.
Look over there first. Okay. Thank you. Yes, okay. One moment, please. I'm all looked around here. I think I found my way. Let me check. Yeah, got it. Okay, our next honoree is Esther Sciammarella. Esther has been a vital part of increasing mental health assistance in Chicago's Hispanic community for many years. She has a Master of Science in Clinical Psychology from the Illinois Institute of Technology and has been involved in mental health service delivery, community support, and residential services. Esther is a graduate of the Harvard University John F. Kennedy School of Government's Hispanic Health Leadership Fellowship Program, where she received extensive training for senior executives in state and local government. She participated in the 1999 White House Conference on Mental Health under the Clinton administration. Esther is also an author, collaborating on the book Salud, A Latina's Guide to Total Health, Body, Mind, and Spirit. I gotta get that. Okay, she didn't stop there. She was also a special assistant to the Commissioner for Hispanic Affairs at the Chicago Department of Public Health. There, she acted as a consultant and liaison between the department and the Hispanic community and assisted in planning health-related programs. Additionally, Esther was appointed to serve on the State Board of Health by the governor. Esther is currently the executive director of the Chicago Hispanic Health Coalition, a nonprofit organization she helped establish in 1991 to promote healthy behaviors and prevent chronic disease in the Hispanic Latino community. Issues addressed include vaccinations, diabetes, and cervical cancer. Now, Esther called us, unfortunately, feeling sick this morning. She really wanted to be here, and she's super sorry that she can't. So we've asked for our dear friend and her dear friend, Alejandra Moran, to please accept this award on her behalf. Do you want to say a few words on her behalf?
Happy to be here representing Esther Sciammarella. She is, apart from being from my country, Argentina, I'm happy to, finally she's being recognized for all the work she has done for all the immigrants, especially in the health field, advocating for immigrants who didn't have access to health care, and all her life has been devoted to that. So thank you, and I'm glad She's going to be very happy.
Yay. Please send her.
That's it.
Okay, thank you so much. You got it. Do we have everybody? Okay, is that my did you come? No. Okay, all right. Well, hold on, I'm almost done. Sorry. Okay, so we're not going to ask everyone to leave. What we'd like to do is, as we wrap up our program here, when we're done, if we can have all the honorees come up, we'll take an individual picture by the official flags, and then we'll take a group picture as well. And then afterwards, if any members of the family would like to join us for individual photos, we'll do that as well. But then I'm going to ask all of you, first of all, thank you so much for being here today to help us honor these amazing individuals. It's really, I think more than ever, as I made mention earlier, so important right now, at this moment in history, for us to raise our heads high, to stand together, and to show how proud we are of the contributions that amazing Latinos are doing in our community to make our communities better, safer, stronger. We are only stronger when we are together. You know, es muy importante que sigamos unidos. 100%. Now is the time. So please go out there, hug an immigrant. Literally, hug an immigrant. Ask them if they're okay. And let's make sure that we stand together as a community and, you know, not just honor the amazing contributions of folks like this, but let's think about those folks that not too long ago our whole country was calling them essential workers. We were relying on getting our food from people who today are being sought out for deportation. People who haven't committed crimes, whose only crime is wanting an opportunity and to be able to provide for their families. That should never, ever be seen as a crime. So it would be a crime for us not to stand up and voice our support for this immigrant community that is making our society so much better. Thank you all for being here. Stick around because are we going to the 10th floor? We're going to the 10th floor. Yes, we're going to the 10th floor, and I believe we have some goodies from, is it, sorry, my notes are all out of whack here. Is it Jibaritos that we catered from? Okay, so we're going to have some good food from Jibaritos. So please, when we're done with the photos, the honored guests can go with me up to the 10th floor. But everybody else, you're free to go whenever you'd like, unless if you want to stick around for a photo. My guess is everyone's going to want a photo with Ozzie. So yeah, that's how it works. No one wants a photo with me right now. Everyone's with you, Ozzie. But yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So let's line up the honorees here first. That might be better. Yes, thank you.